Hey besties, welcome to another video. If you haven't seen my face, it's because I am trying to do book videos on my channel and I want to get into booktube. If you are here from my TikTok account, hi, welcome back, subscribe, and grab a coffee, grab a tea, and let's get started because today we're going to talk about books that have made me cry, like ugly cry, sobbed. Just a disclaimer before we start today's video. If you don't like Colleen Hoover, maybe this is not the video for you because I am obsessed with Colleen Hoover and I love her books, and a lot of her books have made me cry, so I am going to be mentioning a lot of her books in this video. So the first book that I'm going to talk about, I don't have the physical book yet because I read it on my Kindle. So the first book is It Ends With Us. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this book on YouTube. A lot of people talk about it on TikTok, but not on YouTube, or I haven't seen. This is definitely one of the books that have made me cry so much. So basically this book, if you haven't read it, is about Lily, Atlas, and Ryle. So this book is in kind of like the point of view of present day and then years back, and it goes back and forth. And I love that because you do need to like pay attention to the past of Lily and then the present. So the book starts with Lily and she meets a mysterious guy in a rooftop of a building and they meet. So after this encounter, Lily decides to start a flower boutique, flower shop. She hires a girl and that girl has a brother, and that brother is the guy on the rooftop. So yeah, that is the backstory, and the back and forth is with another guy when Lily was younger. So when she was in high school, she met a sweet guy, and a lot of things happen with this guy. His name is Atlas. So basically we have the story of Atlas, we have the story of Lily, and then the guy on the rooftop is Ryle. She starts dating Ryle and things happen. Look up trigger warnings. It is really sad. I started like bawling at the like half of the book until the end. It was so like heartbreaking and sad, but like the story is so powerful. Everyone needs to read this book. That was my first book I read from Colleen Hoover, and I fell in love with her writing. And obviously I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. I recommend it so much. So next book I also read in my Kindle, and that book is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. And this is such an underrated book. So basically this book is about Sky and Dean. Sky is a girl, Dean is a boy. It's like the high school kind of trope. So basically Sky is a girl that lives with her mother. Her mother doesn't let Sky near any kind of internet, TV, nothing with internet, social media, nothing. She's basically cut off from the online world, but she never knew why. She just thought of it like her mother was really against it. That is important to know. She was homeschooled her whole life, and her senior year she decided that she was going to go to high school. So she only went to high school her senior year, and she met this guy, Dean. Love story, obviously, and after a few chapters, there is a plot twist so big. Please go look the trigger warnings because this book is honestly really like dark. So basically Sky finds out a huge secret that her mother has been keeping from her. Her boyfriend Dean also has been keeping from her, and her world literally goes upside down and she has to face a lot of things. But it is a great book. I cried so much because of that plot twist and because how shocking it all was. I sobbed. Okay, so the next book that I'm gonna talk about is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. This is the book. I love this book. This is my favorite book ever, like ever. This is my favorite book. So this book is a Friends with Benefits to Lovers, and it's about Miles and Tate. Basically the story starts with Tate that moves in with her brother because she moves to his city, so she needs a place to stay. And then she meets her brother's neighbor, and that neighbor is Miles. So that is also like the brother's best friend kind of trope. There is like back and forth, so like the past of Miles and the present, and they are friends with benefits because Miles doesn't want a relationship and he is literally so scared of loving someone, but you don't know why, and then at the end of the book with the plot twist you kind of get why, and it is so sad. It is so sad, but surprisingly I did cry with like the plot twist, but at the end, like when I finished the book, I was like happy. It was just heartwarming. Like I was okay, I was happy, I was okay, and that is why I loved this book. This is my favorite book. Last and final book from Colleen Hoover is Confess. This is the book. This is such an underrated book from hers and nobody ever talks about it, and I need people to talk about this because it is so good. So this book starts with Auburn and Owen. The book starts really sad. It starts with Auburn at the age of 15 with her current boyfriend, and that boyfriend passes away. Like the story starts when she is like 20-ish. I don't remember, but she's older now. So she moves to a new state, to Texas, and she needs a job. She finds a job at a art shop and she meets Owen. So Owen is automatically attracted to her. They kind of want to date and they kind of can't date because there is like a backstory with Auburn, a really huge backstory in why she moved to this new state and why she needs a job and all of this, and it's really sad at the end, but they all have happy endings. That is something that I love, but this book really reminded me of It Ends With Us. So if you like It Ends With Us, go read this book. I don't want to say much about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but you're gonna see why it's named Confess. Go read this book because it's so good and it's gonna make you cry. Okay, the next book is The Cabin by Jasinda Wilder. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I have it on my Kindle. I'm not going to show it on my Kindle because you can't even see it. I'm just going to put the cover here. But basically, this is one of the saddest books I have ever read in my entire life. But it is so good, so important. So this book is about grief, a lot of grief. So this book is about Nadia and Adrian. Adrian finds out that he has cancer, but he doesn't tell his wife Nadia, and it's kind of a secret, and he tells her when he has like 3 months left to live. You're gonna start crying so fast. This is not all of the book, but basically Adrian is a writer and he decides that he's going to write a book for Nadia about grief and how to move on from a loved one who has passed away, and that is the second half of the book. But there's another guy and he also is dealing with grief, and they both go through it together and they read the book, and oh my gosh, so good, you guys. You need to read this book. This is so underrated. I've only seen one person on TikTok talk about this book, and that is unacceptable because this is so good. Please go read this book if you want to cry, but it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So the last book is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tillie Cole. So 1,000 Boy Kisses has the trope of like childhood best friends to lovers, and it starts with Poppy and Rune. So basically Poppy and Rune are best friends since like they were so young, and when they are 14, I think, Rune has to move away to another country, so they kind of split up, and they were gonna do like long distance and everything, and after 1 month Poppy suddenly like stops writing to Rune, talking to him, and he doesn't know why. Years passes and they are like 17 now, and Rune comes back to the town. He is totally a different person. He's like the bad boy, smokes, drinks. Did not go well for him, and he is so angry with everyone. And when he sees Poppy for the first time in like 3 years, they kind of get into a huge fight, and she then tells him why she stopped talking to him. In that part you want to start crying. And basically after that, the entire book is Poppy and Rune working through what Poppy is going through. So heartbreaking, honestly, so heartbreaking. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to spoil it, because it is like a secret in the book. Also, I'm not gonna share why it's named 1,000 Boy Kisses because some people don't like to know the meaning of the books. They want to find out the meaning of the books, so you're gonna find out like the first few pages. I know this is not like the saddest book out there, but for me it was. Like I cried, I sobbed, I could not like I could not even read because I was sobbing. Okay, you guys, so that is going to be today's video. Please leave a comment down below of video ideas, video requests, or yeah, videos you want me to make, book videos, and just a sneak peek. Obviously, I'm going to upload my July monthly wrap-up soon, and also have a humongous, huge book haul that I'm so excited to film. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! You with flowers in your hand, you were dancing with your headphones on, didn't care then. Everyone was watching you moving.